Now before we get too far, I just want to point out that this course assumes you have some working knowledge of Microsoft Azure and Azure Storage Concepts, and focuses on more advanced techniques for developer or ops audiences. If you're still relatively new to those concepts, I recommend taking the Configuring and Using Microsoft Azure Blob Storage course on Pluralsight using the link shown, and then coming back to this course. So what is Azure CDN? Azure CDN provides a way to serve content to end users in a fast, efficient way, and while there are many features Azure provides, the way the CDN works itself is straightforward. Here we have a user trying to request a file. The request flows to an edge server, also called a POP server or point of presence server, that Azure CDN has all over the globe. This one is closest to where her IP address is. If the file isn't in the edge server's cache, it will then request it from the origin server. Since this course is geared around Azure Storage, in our case this is the Azure Blob Service and container URL. The file then gets cached within the edge server as well as being replicated to all the edge servers across the globe. There's some delay in this process, but it does happen immediately. Then our user receives the file. Since the file wasn't cached, the initial request took longer, but she did cause the file to be cached by the CDN now for everyone else. That means that when more people request that same file from their closest CDN edge servers, the file is served immediately, saving you bandwidth costs and making them happier with a faster response. There are several major features Azure CDN provides. The first is a distributed network of edge servers placed close to end users to lower the latency to request files. The second is that these edge servers are massively scaled and managed for you, offering multiple tiers of performance that should suit small to enterprise workloads. These performance tiers are broken down into standard and premium, some of which are partnered with industry-leading companies like Verizon and Akamai. Now that we know a little bit more about Azure CDN, we're going to explore the benefits of using Azure CDN to serve content from Azure Storage accounts.